Squid Game Season 3 didn't just end. It exploded with secrets, betrayal, and a twist that no one saw coming. But before we dive into the final shocker, let's quickly go back. Because to understand the ending, you have to remember how this deadly game began again. Season 3 begins with a disturbing truth. The games never truly stopped. Even after the fallout from Season 2, the powerful people behind it, the so-called hosts, have evolved. They're now more organized, more secretive, and more dangerous. The players this time, carefully selected from different countries. The games, deadlier and more twisted than ever. *Jihan is back, but not to play. He returns to expose the system from within. His red hair is a warning sign he's crossed the line. No longer afraid. No longer a victim. But here's where it gets dark. Jihan soon realizes he's not the only returning player. Halfway through episode 1, a new masked figure watches the arena. He walks differently. He's silent, always alone, and wears a silver triangle instead of the usual shapes. The front man doesn't acknowledge him. No one does. It's as if he doesn't exist. Jihan joins a new batch of contestants, all with their own stories. A runaway nurse from Manila, a teenage hacker from Berlin, a soldier who refuses to speak, and a blind artist from Brazil. But they aren't just players, they're symbols. This game isn't just about money anymore. It's about power, rebellion, and punishment. The games themselves have changed too. They're now global childhood games, like Red Light, Green Light from Germany, Statues from the UK, and even a twisted version of Simon Says. The arenas are colder, more digital, less playful. Gone are the pastel walls now. It's metal, smoke, and shadows. By episode 3, the front man seems tense. He's not calling the shots like before. Someone else is watching him. We see him arguing over an encrypted call, muttering, "This wasn't the plan. He was never supposed to return." At the time, we think he means but by the finale, we learn it's someone else. Around episode 4, things get strange. Players start waking up with memory gaps. One girl loses 24 hours. Another swears she won a game but is suddenly marked as disqualified. They whisper about experiments, drugs, implants. One even finds a fresh scar on her neck with no explanation. *Han slowly builds trust with a quiet girl who looks familiar. Too familiar. She's brave, smart, and reminds him of his daughter. But when she's injured and her blood type is revealed, Jihan freezes. It matches his daughter's rare blood type, and that's when he starts asking the real question, who is she? In episode 6, we see our first real clue of the twist. A hidden recording plays the voice of a former player. The message is short. This game is only level 1. We don't understand it at first, but later it will blow everything open. Episode 7 brings betrayal. A new ally turns on Jihan, stabbing another player in the night. But the victim had something strange, a pendant with the symbol of the original game's host. Oh, the old man. Inside, the pendant. A USB drive labeled Project Genesis. Episode 8 ends with 3 final players. A masked stranger with silver gloves, and the quiet girl, now barely alive. The final room is nothing like before. No arena, no staff, just 3 chairs, and 1 question. Do you accept your new role? Then comes the twist, one that changes everything. The masked stranger takes off his helmet, and it's a second older, colder, with a scar on his face. But how? The camera cuts away before we get answers. In that final moment, the show suggests something wild. The games didn't just repeat players. They copied them. Clones, doubles, experiments. Was the original Jihan chosen not to play but to be replicated? And if that's true, who else might have a twin in the game? This twist isn't just chucking, it redefines the entire Squid Game world. It suggests the games go deeper than money or control. It hints at human testing, global power, and something far more terrifying waiting behind the curtain. ****. So now that you know how we got here, it's time to go scene by scene into the ending and discover just how far the rabbit hole goes.